Oh, hello everybody, Mandolin here. Tomorrow morning at 9 I'm clear. So I'll be breaking camp tomorrow and I think I get to go back into the house. I guess I better check with my brother first. um, it's peaceful. It's beautiful weather out here. I have broke my glasses, my chair. There was something else that broke too, but I can't remember what it was. But that's okay. My tent, hmm, I think it's time for a new tent. It's been a really good one though. I've been getting some interesting views and just interesting stories about experiences lately too. So I wanted to hop on and just kind of share. I got Chewy with me, of course, and I got me a pot of water on the fire so I can have me some tea. The grass got mowed today, and it kind of kicked things up a little bit. So I'm trying to get my daily honey in. Chewy's down there gnawing on his foot. I'm not sure why, but the birds are chirping. I'm looking around at all of the manicuring and trimming and just putting some energy and some love into the earth, into nature itself. And feeling very satisfied and feeling very thankful. So what's going on? What are you experiencing? Where are you at? What is imposed upon you as far as restrictions? Just a little while ago, the state of North Carolina's 30-day lockdown started. It'll be okay. I think everybody will get through it for the most part. I've heard some different perspectives, interesting takes on what all of this is really about. And I've heard of some very interesting experiences from common experiences in particular, people experiencing the same thing very far away or don't know each other. A lot of people going within themselves. My friend Saba put out a video. She's on Saba's Vibe, and I'll try to put a link below for that. And it was absolutely beautiful about things that she had to turn and look at about herself and how this helped her. And it was really so illuminating. She did a beautiful job of articulating something that I've experienced and that I help other people experience. And it's a point of not being afraid of what's within you. Not being afraid of what you'll find when you do go deep within. It's about seeing that thing and understanding why it's there and what you're to get from it. And then it's about turning it into something beautiful. Always growing. Very interesting show on N5D with Gregg Prescott. He had a biofield imager and some guests on, and I'll try to find a link to that. Greg's a good one to check into. Haven't really been pushing him enough. There are some differences that I have an opinion on some things, but that's what makes this so great is everybody's experience doesn't have to be identical. And actually having different experiences makes our experience together just a richer experience. But the biofield imager, about taking pictures and of your biofield and then getting healing associated with it. My friend at Joyful Life, Joyce Mason, she brought that to my attention a while back, and it really is something that's fascinating. She's a beautiful soul too. While people are in, and there's plenty of videos and everything on YouTube, there's so much that you can find, and if you start watching something and it just seems ridiculous to you, let go of it. Don't continue watching it. If it doesn't resonate, then move on. We're being able to help each other remotely. I think this biofield image was done remotely because of lockdowns and distance and everything. So we're learning how to do these things remotely. Coming to a point where society can shift with less discomfort. Just think if all of these things that we're doing now remotely, and like children being at home and having at least partial school on the internet, Just think if those things had been imposed without this situation that we're experiencing. I'm not going to give any power to it. That's, I told everybody that I put it out there and I said this virus, this bacteria, germ, whatever is not allowed within my energy and not allowed within me. And I know people don't understand that, but that's important to do too, is to take control. I didn't say I'm perfect. I do have a lot to work on, but that's why we're here. This is very interesting about this biofield imager and the remote healings that can be done, and that this picture can be done remotely and get this absolutely useful result from it. We're seeing some people taking it really badly, and others are actually enjoying it. So it's just like anything else, there's polarities here. What I want to stress to you is that the slowdown has occurred. Take advantage of it. And don't be afraid of what you might find inside. Because anything that you find in there that needs attention is like a child. Not necessarily your inner child, but it's like a child. And it needs you to acknowledge, understand, and to help correct that thing. So don't be afraid of what you might find in there. Because if it's so scary and ugly to you, that's exactly where you need to dive. And know that there are ways to ask for help. That was one of the things that impressed me about the N5D. Gregg actually, and he's like me, he said he has a hard time asking for help. I do as well. But at the end, where he asked for us to share some of his material, and he said, "There you go. I'm asking for help," and I saw his entire energy field shift in that moment. And that's the beautiful thing about him getting out there and doing a service to others. And I mean, really airing his dirty laundry in front of anybody to see, so to say, because there were things that were brought up from this image that he needs to work on. And so that's acceptable because he put it out there. But to see that he is doing this to help others and because he's interested, and to see the reward that he got from it as well, that's what we're supposed to make of these things. That's how we're supposed to use this time. Do something for yourself. Pursue a hobby that you always had and you never had time for, or just a fascination. It doesn't have to be a hobby. And let's keep in touch and tell each other what we're doing and share ideas and make it easier for everybody. My friend and I talked about taking that picture in the state of North Carolina because beauty salons and whatnot are not essential businesses. Everybody take a picture now and then take a picture at the end of the lockdown and let's see how long everybody's hair got. Things like that. Or I think, here's one for you guys. I think that Libras are going to have an especially hard time with the lockdown because I'm a Libra and we're so very social. So that's my opinion. Who else? How do you think other astrological signs are going to handle it? That would be an interesting conversation. So until next time, hopefully they'll let me in the house. Like I said, I'm going to have to check with my bro. And Chewy's wondering, Mom, what did you do to get us thrown out of the house? But there's the tent. And there's the Chewy. And I'm going to close it out and send you much love and much gratitude. And ask you to please like, subscribe, and share. So with that, I'm going to give you guys like a little pan of what I've been seeing every day. Well, it's a little bit nicer because I've done a lot of, like I said, manicure.